Shama 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 Sham. Well, at first, I'd like to give thanks to. I'd like to give thanks to God. Now, what is God, and why do I want to give an energy called God thanks? Well, it would seem like this universe is this numerical pattern, a self-replicating algorithm. A matrix, if you will, a matrix of projection of thought consciousness. We get what we are mentally. We become what we mentally are. For example, when I was a tortured youth on drugs and big pharmaceutical medications, and I was just all fucked up, I didn't have the body, the looks, the personality, the charisma, the hair, the fur coat. I didn't have the good fashion sense. Do you understand? Like, I became what I am. My body now matches the representation of what I am internally, which is love and light and truth. And also some fucking darkness, misery, pain, and suffering, because such is existence. Of course, that's the nature of duality. Duality, that's some interesting shit, isn't it? For everything in creation, there's something that is the antithesis or the polar opposite of this thing in creation. Therefore, if you are light, love, and truth, there will be something that is equally powerful, dark, sad, and angry, because this is the law of creation. In this realm, in the 3D realm, we are moving to a 5D realm, a crystalline existence. Now, the biggest thing that people can do is stop watching the fucking television. Just turn that shit off. Because you're not going to find God on a television screen. And you're not going to find anything that's very important on a television screen. You're going to find propaganda, because Operation Mockingbird has been unveiled on the unsuspecting public. Back to God. This universal force, this consciousness, karma, prana, source energy, whatever you want to call it, chi, it flows through all life. Therefore, we are all filled with the same spirit. It's the same energy that lives in all life. This illusion of separation, this where we're pitted against each other, is more of a battery source for something. I don't know what. My zipper's down because I'm not good with pants. I had to zip it up. That was bothering me. Ask me why I'm wearing pants. I couldn't even fucking tell you. But back to God, because that's the thing. You know, you have a higher self, right? You have something that's piloting your avatar through your pineal gland with 4 crystalline structures in the middle of your brain. And you have something that's piloting this avatar via energy source. Light, condensed light, is known as matter. Light is information. Therefore, matter is information. Oh, all in the form of light, creating sound, manifesting on the physical plane of existence. Beautiful and spectacular and immaculate in every way, shape, or form. Which is why we have a duty and an obligation as human beings, and the most, and I detest this statement and will challenge it to the death, but the most evolved species, therefore the most capable of love, in my eyes, of evolution, would take you only in one direction, because karmically, as you evolve, you realize that things are going to come back to you. And if they come back to you, then the best way to evolve is by evolving through love. And this is transcending the illusion of duality and separation. Which is really helpful for anybody who feels like they're lost in this 3D realm. Understand that we're moving towards something bigger, because we are evolving. And this is our birthright. And this is our direction that we are taking it. Education is the answer to the world's problem, because if you want to plan for 100 years, educate the children. If you want to plan for 10 years, plant crops. You want to plant seeds for a year, plant rice. But if you want 100 years of everlasting peace, you have to educate the children. And you have to protect the children. Because right now in our culture, you all know goddamn well that the fucking children are the ones that are under attack. And let me tell you, when I was a kid, I went through some fucking shit. And I really did. You know, the system convinced the system has a funny way of manipulating parents into believing that they're making good decisions for their children, and in turn they're hurting their children. This is something that I believe, a large percentage of the population has struggled with. You know, I was medicated at the age of 9. Now, I'm not an ADD man. I mean, I'm a bit distracted and fucked up, but, you know, that's post-vaccine. What would I have been like without the vaccines? In addition, what are we doing to the kids by teaching them that taking a pill is going to cure their problems? Obviously, we're creating a generation of drug addicts. Hopeless drug addicts. You see the world going to shit and have no idea of the intrinsic power that they hold within themselves that is enough to save the planet. When did everybody stop being heroes and why? Everybody wanted to be a hero as a kid. You thought police officers were heroes. You wanted to be a police officer. You thought firemen were heroes, and firemen are fucking heroes. Make no mistake, firemen and lifeguards, you guys are servants. Like, I'm honored to live on a planet where people will risk their life for others. Fuck yeah, I do it every single day. My opinions don't make me the most popular with people, but I'm not a fucking coward. And before I hand this planet that we've borrowed from our kids off to the children that we're destroying, at least I stood for something. I don't understand why people can't do that. Everybody wanted to be a hero. That's all we wanted when we were kids. We all saw Power Rangers. Fuck yeah, I'm gonna Captain Planet, yeah. And then we all stopped. We all stopped picking up the garbage on the beach that makes a difference. Like, when did we start littering and not giving a fuck about what we put into our bodies? If you want to fight for this planet, then you have to be your strongest form of self, which is a very unique part of the all, which is the consciousness that we were just speaking about. And this is the force that flows through all life. You're beautiful and loved, no matter what you are, regardless of what I think. I'm an asshole. Disregard everything that I say except for love. Everything else is just bullshit. Love is the only truth that I've ever found. Everything else is fucking horseshit. Fuck Israel is horseshit. Fuck this faggot, I can't even remember his name. Some big donkey, whatever, this dickhead talking shit about me. Fuck him, because it doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, if I find this fuck boy in public and I slap the shit out of his fucking mouth, karmically I get that back, and I'm not down for that, because I'm not a fucking gardener in a war. I'm a warrior in a garden, and I'm just chilling for now. There's no need to go to war unless you are physically threatened at the point where you cannot move in any opposite direction, which is why we must fight against indentured servitude or slavery or debt-based currency or monetary systems of the Rothschild banking cartels. These are the things that we need to be fighting against and uniting against. And even operating on a cryptocurrency, something like that, but even that is under attack. So, you know, I don't have all the answers. I know that one day I woke up and I said, I'm somebody, and nobody else is saying shit about this fucked up planet that we live on because everybody's fucking scared. And I was like, you know what? And I'm not trying to sound Jesus-like, please don't interpret this as that, but Jesus said that humanity was worth fighting for to the point where his whole life was at risk. Right? I mean, I don't fucking understand. Let's fight. Like, people need us. I don't get it. Somalians sell 1,100 kilograms of grain to the United States for every 1 kilogram of beef that grain produces. Somalians, who largely and unfortunately have a very low IQ because of the amounts of radioactive radiation that are dumped off their coast every year, but these are good people who have been corrupted. They're not bad people. People are not inherently bad. People are inherently light. We teach them how to be bad because we don't have a generation of parents that aren't fucked up by a parasitic system. The mothers, the women rear the young. I don't know what the fuck. Look in nature. What the fuck are you people doing? Transgender? No, that's not an agenda. Be gay. I don't care. Fuck whoever you want. Yo, when I was on drugs, I did all sorts of crazy shit. I have fucking stories about my sex life that could fill volumes of novels. And I'm in the process of getting them all down. No weapon formed against me shall prosper because everything that I've done in my past I bring to light. I'm not afraid. I'll never back down. I will never, ever, ever, ever go against my word to fight for this earth.
That's a fucking fact. Until the day that I'm dead and gone and not reincarnated ever again, I will come back. Water connects all life on this planet. Water. There's water in everything. On some level, we are all connected through water. Which, if you read one of my recent posts, Masaku Emoto, I'm sorry if I butchered your name. This guy did experiments where water responded to words. Pronounced words, classical music, rock music, love, writing. Water. Be like water, my friends. Don't actually be like water. Water flows and water crashes, right? You put water in a cup, what does water become? It becomes the cup. You put water in a bowl, what does water become? It becomes the bowl. You put water in a teapot, what does water become? It becomes a teapot. Water hits a wall, it crashes. Destruction. Water hits a bend, it curves around. Be water in that sense. Do not be water like the experiments. Be versatile. Take the easy route that God's going to put in front of you. Whatever you want to call it, I don't fucking care if you don't believe in God. Believe in yourself. God's not coming to do it for you. You're going to do it. You're going to do it. You're going to do it and you're going to fucking love doing it. Because every step that I take in the right direction, God puts the fucking pathway down for me. And it's the greatest gift I've ever been given. You know, I feel like I fail sometimes, you know? I do. And it's hard for me because I get a lot of criticism and I'm not overly sensitive at all. I do cry a lot. I do, because it's an emotional existence. Fuck. But it's mostly tearing up when I'm talking about subjects that I'm getting channeled information through and trying to put it out, and I feel like sometimes my avatar isn't equipped to handle whatever's tuning me into its signal. The love, right? And it's a lot of emotion because, yo, when I tell you from my heart that I was in the darkest of places that any human being could ever be, I mean that. And I mean it so that people that are in that spot have the ability to see that there's a light at the end of the tunnel. Because it's so fucking beautiful. Just don't give up on yourself. You can't give up on yourself. Everybody thinks that Jesus is going to come back and save them. He's not. You're Jesus. You are the Christ model of human being. God's child. Not the God's child of the Bible. Not the Elohim. Not the gods. They who from heaven to earth came. Not the Anunnaki. You are not their children. I mean, you are in a sense because we were bioengineered and we kind of took on these nasty energies. When some assholes were doing some shit like CERN and being fuckboys back in Atlantis when these fucking Hebrew Martians, I shouldn't say Hebrews, I don't want to get the black people implicated in this because those are actually the melanated people, which are the people, the tribes of the Bible along with the copper and air races. I just want people to know in this world that you're not alone. You're not alone. There's someone out there who's as crazy or crazier than you. There's someone out there who's not afraid to stand up for what's right. You don't have to be afraid either. You don't have to be afraid about anything. Stop being a battery for these fucking astral parasites. You are you. You're enough. When we start listening and bending to other people's will, and other people's ideas and ideals and ideologies, dogmatic presumptions of who we are, we start to lose the very nature that we are. We're just another part of nature, here to create in the same beautiful way that nature creates. That's what you are. You're a flower. You're blossoming. And when you're a seed and you're buried and you're wet and you're cold, remember that you're going to find light. And you are. Because the light is what you are. The light is what you are. On a subatomic level, on a metaphysical level, you are light. You are condensed light in the form of matter, vibrating, creating sound. You're magnificent in every fucking way. Don't ever let the system get you down. Don't ever let anyone get you down. You have a spark inside you that no one else on this fucking planet has. You have this. You have it, and the planet needs it. So find it. Find it, and set the world on fire with it. The world doesn't need more bankers and politicians, and the world doesn't need more corrupt police officers. You know what the world needs? It needs you to be you. Because when you're you, you're authentic. And you don't have to ever be afraid of anything when you're you. I'm not afraid of anything. There's so much dirt on me everywhere on the internet. But I'm not scared because I've written about all the stuff that I've done. Ever. I have nothing to hide because I am truth. You know? So be that. Be that spark. Be that divine consciousness. Be that thing in existence that is in no way like anything else in existence. You don't have to be anything. I'm wearing Banana Republic right now. I'm a fucking hippie by label, right? You know, like, who the fuck cares what you wear and what you do and what matters is what you are, right? Are you good? Are you a good person? Can you look at the things that you did today and say, I'm a good human being? I can look at the things I did today and I can say, I feel good about myself. I feel good about my life. I feel good about the way that I take charge and I help other people's lives because they feel lost and hopeless. And when I needed that, there was always someone around that would help me. But I couldn't find the truth because it's something that you create. So stop digging deep in the rabbit hole. Flat, round, I don't fucking care. Save it, protect it, defend it. This is your home. This is your home. And if you don't defend it, then somebody else is going to destroy it. Because that's what these fucking inbred swine are trained to do, destroy. Which in essence brings us to the light. Which in essence is not where we came from. We came from the darkness in both senses. Anytime you find the light, you came out of the darkness. This is existence. This is the polarity of existence that we're experiencing. Please don't get down because you're in the dark. This is like God talking to me. Adam, please don't get down because you're in the dark. Please don't. Because I know that the same God that protected me yesterday and years and years and years ago protects me now and will protect me tomorrow. And when the road is too hard to walk, I have always been carried. I have never been left. And I've been in places that are more alone than any human being can ever imagine in existence. But I'm free now as a result of it. No, nothing's wrong. I'm crying because I'm super happy. I just get emotional when I talk about this stuff. Because it's beautiful, and I don't want people to think that they're alone. And you don't have to be fucking, like... I get more pussy than a used tampon. And I'm like a pretty weird dude. Like, really, I'm pretty fucking, like... You could really think I was a fucking homo. I mean, I don't, like, suck dick or anything, but I'm just pretty fucking feminine. You know? You don't have to be what everybody thinks you have to be. You don't have to be this macho tough guy. You don't have to be a fucking, fake badass. You can be you. And you're gonna fucking shine to your tribe. And you're gonna feel and on the inside and look on the outside exactly the way that your heart shines. When I was eating meat, I was a fucking fat ass. I was disgusting. I was 240 pounds. Couldn't get pussy to save my life. I had to manipulate girls. Now, I'm pretty upfront. And that's really comforting. You know? I'm just like, I'm free. Well, I say that. I say it. It's hard. I'm gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. It's pretty fucking difficult. It's hard. I don't like the whole girl thing. I mean, I like it. You know, it's hard. It's hard, you know, because I'm a fucking primitive dude, you know, I just want to bang. I like that. You know, but girls they deserve more than that. It's a rough situation. What can I say? You know, life, man. But I don't manipulate anymore. Somebody once accused me of manipulating weak women. I don't think that's true. I'm pretty fucking upfront with just about everybody. But I'm also pretty flirtatious with just about everybody. Well, I don't know. It's life, right? I'm just gonna go. No, Hanson. fat doesn't equal disgusting, but I was disgusting. I think you heard me. But if you'd like to be a douchebag, I mean, fat honestly kind of says that you're not taking care of yourself, in my humble opinion. If you're obese, if I was 240 pounds, I'm 5'9". That's fat, okay? Yeah, that's disgusting. What the fuck? Why didn't somebody say something to me? Like, hey, you could eat plants. Protein is what? What? Like, when I stopped eating meat, I literally dropped all the weight. Like, look, this is nuts. Like, I don't do anything. I don't do anything that would give me muscles. That's true. Like, it's an actual thing. Look at this. Look at that. Like, what? Those are curb stomping fucking legs. Where'd I get those from? It was almost like God was like, thanks for not killing me, motherfucker. Have a beautiful body and a good personality. And some dope hair and some really nice earrings. Yeah, I don't have anything against it. Yeah, okay. Hanson's a little upset, a little butthurt. That's nice. No, it's not about... Wow, you guys are like, what, fucking trolls tonight? I don't want fucking dickheads on my fucking feed. Has this been going on the whole time? I want to slap the shit out of these fucking homos. What? Motherfuckers. Yeah. Well, you guys are pretty dope. I don't know why somebody said coke. People are really fucking weird. Like, how could you can't even accuse me of shit. Like, I openly do drugs. What are you going to accuse me of? I'm intelligent as shit. I don't look like a crackhead. Well, I don't smoke crack either. I mean, that's probably probably a pretty good thing, too. Because when I used to smoke crack, I actually used to shoot crack, too. That was crazy as shit. So much fun. But crazy as shit. I do not recommend that. Yeah, see, when you tell on yourself for all the things that you do, nobody can ever use shit against you. Eminem taught me that. That's some powerful ass shit, mofos. And with that, I'd like to end this live feed because I want to get it up on YouTube. So, guys, remember one thing if I've taught you anything. The biggest problem in the entire world is the fact that nobody thinks that they're enough to change it. You're enough. Fuck this system.